Good, then I'll put Captain Pauly's wonder weapon to use. The glass of the window should sufficiently reflect the vibrations of the environment. I hope I'm about to hear something exciting. Nothing is duller than a boring radio program. I hear absolutely nothing here. Does this thing even work? Maybe I'll have more success now. So far, the wealthy have remained silent. However, it's impossible that there is no criminal energy behind this window. Well, and again, no success. Who would have thought that criminals would be so hard to catch? Last try now. After that, I'll get tired of it and rather play any other game.
Rumstone? Yes?
Shh. Hey. Shh.
Excuse me?
Shh. Hey, you. Here's,
Who is there? I can't understand a word. Speak up, please.
Shush. Hey, it's, Mickey.
Did you say Mickey? Mickey who? Can you please speak up? I do not understand a word.
Damn, Rumstone, it's Ricky. Get yourself a hearing aid. I thought we said no more real names on the phone.
Oh, Ricky. Man, every time my heart drops when this old analog phone suddenly rings. I expect my dead grandmother from beyond on the other end of the line every time.
You and your superstitions. But what I'm calling for... Do you need supplies? I could deliver 3 kilos at short notice.
Of the red stuff?
Nope, the white one. But it's almost pure stuff without impurities.
I still have enough white in stock. I could really use some of the red stuff. The red things always sell like hotcakes.
I have no more red, unfortunately. Possibly I could deliver half a kilo of orange at short notice, but depends on how much the customer can afford. But she has an appointment today.
Orange? Could be a compromise. I think that could work.
Great. Half a kilo of orange then. But orange will be 20% more expensive.
That's all right. Customers love the bright colors, although they look exactly like the plain white.
Okay, so you really don't need white.
Nope. I still have to process the stuff first. That's a pretty complicated process and requires a lot of skill, so it takes time.
A process for which you get a good price.
Come on, we both profit from it. My craftsmanship and your suppliers make us both wealthy men.
You're right about that. I don't want to complain at all. So I'll bring you half a kilo of orange cat hair shortly. And you remember that my neighbor wants one of your great knit hats. Orange certainly looks good on him.
Sure. As long as he can pay for my craftsmanship. Gladly.
Exactly. We will both be rolling in money. See you later. Take care.
See you later, and don't be so secretive on the phone. And next time, call me on my cell phone, and not on Grandma's antique rotary phone.
So Butler Rumstone is a dealer of homemade hats made of cat hair. I'm not sure whether to be impressed or shocked. Well, whatever, I guess everyone has the right to a lucrative hobby or work. Be that as it may, Captain Paulie will be happy to hear that I was able to calibrate his prototype with the desired sound material. His savings are safe with this. The upper floor could use a little more light. This artificial light from the lamps is poison for the eyes. I'll see to it. What beautiful black curtains. If I were Batman, I'd sew myself a cape out of it. If I want to go in... That's not how this microphone works. It records only surface... I can't... May I interrupt again for...
Yes, what?
Anything interesting observed lately?
Well, we are all being watched somehow and always at all times. It's fantastic. Surveillance cameras at every traffic light, camera drones in neighbours' yards, black helicopters in the sky. Surveillance is omnipresent.
You are certainly right. It was more of a technical question. Surely it's very satisfying to catch a criminal red-handed through a cleverly positioned camera.
You mean like the vandal who walked into the camera trap at the Longbottom estate and will soon be brought to justice?
Oh, excuse me? Was I? I mean, well, was he?
No.
Excuse me?
That is exactly the point I was trying to make. Cameras are never placed where they would really make sense. Had there been a camera on the tall fir tree across the driveway from the Longbottom estate, the brutal Chihuahua thief would have been caught in the act. But this was not the case.
Thank God.
Excuse me? What's good about it? The professional kidnapper is still on the run, and tomorrow he could add your beloved pet to his collection. No, there's nothing good about it at all. The solution is not less surveillance, the solution is more surveillance. To avoid tempting such crooks in the first place.
Sounds kinda excessive to me.
I get it. When I was your age, I was as naive as you. But first, do the job as long as I have. 13 years in a windowless room, 13 years without oxygen, 13 years...
Of 12 cans of Red Bull a day?
Right, yes. Then you see things a little differently too. And look at it this way. What did nature create big trees like the ones at the Longbottom's estate for? If not for placing a high-resolution camera on its top. How majestic must the view be from up there? High resolution in 3840 by 2160 pixels.
Honestly, that still sounds quite exaggerated to me. And who says that Baron Longbottom's little darling was really kidnapped? The Longbottom's estate is huge, I heard. Maybe the little yapper is catching some mice somewhere at the far end of the property. Or flying bones.
But that's exactly the point. We don't know for sure, but we could know for sure. 5 cameras on the group of trees in front of the property, 12 cameras spread around the property, and another 4 or 5 free-floating camera drones above the property. It could be so simple, and would make the work of us law enforcement officers immensely easier.
Well, even though the whole thing still sounds a bit exaggerated to me, I think I'd better trust her professional opinion on this point.
And rightly so. But I'm well aware that my view of things is not the most popular. But if you've been robbed of your hard-served money the first 2 or 3 times while walking in the park with a knife at your throat, and then the 4th time Captain Paulie was able to catch the perpetrators in the act on one of his 12 monitors, then you will certainly thank Captain Paulie for his prudence. Even though you probably won't survive the 4th incident and will have to write your acceptance speech from the graveyard.
Oh, I think I'm starting to get it now.
Great! And remember, wherever you place a camera, they cannot place a camera. And that way, you stay in control at all times and don't have to worry about unauthorised surveillance.
Is that why there are so many cameras mounted here in the room? And also outside the door? Because you were worried about unauthorised surveillance.
Why do you ask this question? Do you think there are too few cameras? You could be right. Good point. I'll set up more cameras as soon as possible.
It records only surface vibrations of solid. I can't record direct conversation. The screwdriver's the wrong size for the microphone. No longer necessary. I already received the required recordings from here. Maybe I'll uncover some shocking secrets. No longer necessary. Maybe. No longer necessary. Maybe. No longer. Maybe I'll uncover. May I interrupt again?
Yes, what?
About the desired sound recordings.
Yes, what about it?
All done. The recordings are in the can.
Really? And? Did my invention work as hoped?
Indeed it did. But listen for yourself.
Fantastic! Even though the recording did not reveal any real criminal activity, my prototype worked wonderfully. Every word was crystal clear. And the algorithm obviously thought at the beginning that a drug deal would be initiated and started the recording.
I guess fashionable hats made of cat hair aren't considered a drug.
Only if you're addicted to fashionable headwear with a little something extra. And I have to admit, I am.
Because of your baldness and our cold winters.
Excuse me? No, of course not. But the ladies just love guys who wear fashionable cat hair hats. Since I discovered Rumstone's wonderful hats for me, I cannot save myself from dates. His headgear says two major things about me. I love cats, and I'm a fashion-conscious guy. And the ladies are into both, I can tell you that much.
Okay, this is all terribly interesting, but could I finally take a look at the surveillance footage from Ricky's pet salon now, please?
Of course, Captain Paulie is a man of his word. And please keep the mic for a while. My partners in Taiwan said in an email earlier that they need another calibration shortly. And I think you are the local expert for that by now. Maybe I can help you with something else.
I can hardly wait.
That's what I thought. OK, but now, about these recordings. Just a moment, please. Could this recording possibly be helpful?
What do we see there? Is that a mail van?
Yes, these red tracks belong to the local postal company and are on the road throughout the city. Apparently, the driver's still at the very beginning of his tour. He's not loaded much.
Yeah, seems so. Oh, the TV back there's the exact model that I'd like to have. Unfortunately, I could never afford the TV.
Can you see the name on the package? Maybe she or he will invite you to a cosy TV evening.
Unfortunately, not decipherable. I think the packages in the back also have nothing to do with Ricky. What about the one at the very front?
Is that on the sticker? A picture with a comb?
Indeed, a flea comb! The package must have been from or for Ricky. He's the master of fleas.
And look how beautifully he decorated the package with cat ears and a cat tail. Ricky really loves his job.
What the? Damn, this isn't a decoration. That's a cat!
A live cat in a package? The poor animal. Not to mention that it also violates one or two laws.
I can't imagine that this was intentional. It's unfortunately a fact that cats love boxes of any kind. Surely Mr. Fumbleclaw has retired there to sleep. And was promptly sent in the mail.
Oh my. But I am impressed that you can deduce the name of the cat from 2 ears and a tail.
Yeah, I know. It's a gift. A box with tail and ears? I'm afraid it's poor Mr. Fumbleclaw who's stuck in that box. Or Ricky has a strange sense of humour. It's not possible to see what's in this big box. There's some scribble on the lid. No idea what it should mean. Maybe I'll have an idea later.
Am I correct in assuming that your Mr. Fumbleclaw is the cat you're looking for?
Yeah, that must have been him. Poor guy. Hopefully he wasn't trapped in the box long and only had a short trip. How could I possibly find out what the destination of his journey was?
Possibly if you just ask Ricky? Or try your luck at the post office and ask for the destination address of the flea comb box.
Good idea. I should do that immediately.
Just tell them at the office that Captain Paulie sent you. You won't have any problems then. Johnny from the parcel delivery office and I are old buddies. From the time when he was still a driver. And I caught him on one of my cameras in what we might call an unflattering situation. Since then, I no longer have to pay postage for my packages.
Thanks for the tip. I better get going right away.
Good luck with your search. With a few more surveillance cameras on the route of the mail van, we would have known long ago where the journey was going. But nobody listens to Captain Paulie.
Damn. What was that password again?
I'm sure it will serve me well in the future. If the advertising's to be believed, this is what holds the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco together. May I interrupt for a moment?
Awkward timing. Extremely inconvenient timing.
I just had a quick question about one of your post routes.
Excuse me? Even if I could get into my computer at the moment, that would be a breach of Postal Secrecy Paragraph 45, Number 6.
So is that a yes?
Of course not. As a sworn clerk of the post office, I have sworn to protect its secrets and should fate so will it, to take them to the grave with me.
No chance of an exception. It's a matter of life and death.
I'm really sorry. Exceptions are excluded in any case according to paragraph 255, number 47. And apart from that, I don't have access to my computer at the moment anyway. My colleague apparently thought it would be funny to set a new password and then go on vacation. Supposedly he wrote down the password for me somewhere here, but I can't find a note from him.
Can't you just call him and ask?
I would, but he's on vacation somewhere in some volcanic crater, and apparently has no reception there. and I'm starting to panic here.
No clue about the password. Maybe he thinks you already know it.
I think he really thinks so. In his message to my answering machine, he mentioned that the password would remind me of my favourite show.
Which is?
Of course, the American edition of The Office. It was this series that first made me discover my love for mailboxes and for any kind of paper products. This series is much more than just television for me. This series is my religion. And the hero of the series, Dwight Schrute, is my own personal hero. I strive to be faithful to his example in all respects.
The Office? Really? Wasn't Dwight the unsympathetic one who always knew better?
Unsympathetic? Excuse me? Dwight was clearly the great hero of this series, albeit a misunderstood hero. And if the staff of this pile of chaos had always adhered to his specifications, there would have been no chaos in the series at all.
But then it would have been much less fun.
Fun? The series is excellent television drama, not a comedy. And it's clearly about the consequences of disobeying rules.
And I suppose you're a friend of the rules.
Of course, without regulations, the world would sink into chaos.
And there are no rules for setting a new password.
Of course, but my dear colleague Michael is a friend of chaos, and I can't understand why he is still employed here. But it doesn't matter. Even if I were to chat with you, I'd have to keep looking for the password.
And then could you tell me the route of your mail van?
No, I already told you. That would be a violation of paragraph 45, number 6.
Too bad.
If you want to post a package or buy stamps, I'll be happy to help. Or if you just want to chat a little about the different cardboard strengths of parcel paper, I'm your man too. Package. Maybe Michael has noted the password on a package. That would suit him. He's made it his business to drive me crazy.
All right, then I'll come back later. Maybe you'll be successful by then.
Thank you for your understanding. Just watch a few episodes of The Office in the meantime. It will sharpen your view on the really important things in life. The wisdom of Dwight Schrute has definitely changed my life. No, that wasn't it.